Someone's motioning something sexual to me over there. He was like this. He was like this.
Most Hollywood stars meticulously polish their PR scripts. Emily Blunt shreds hers entirely. The result is a chaotic, zero-filter masterpiece you simply cannot look away from.
Shut the f*** up!
What would you do?
I'd probably go for the balls, right?
Publicists spend years training actors to dodge risky topics. Emily actively targets them. She knows exactly where the line is, right before she sprints across it.
You like to touch the wood?
I love touching wood.
And you like to touch the wood 6 times?
Yeah, each. Every piece of wood I see.
How much wood do you say?
A lot.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on your wood-finding capabilities.
Nobody is safe from her verbal crosshairs, not even Hollywood's favorite Ken doll. Standing center stage at the Oscars, she delivered an execution so flawless it demands a replay.
Oh. Hello, Emily.
Wow. Bit of a frosty hello.
Not at all. No, I'm just happy that we can finally put this Barbenheimer rivalry behind us.
And the way this award season's turned out wasn't that much of a rivalry, so just let it go!
It's true. You guys are doing very well. Congratulations.
Thanks.
But you know, I think I kind of figured out why they call it Barbenheimer and they didn't call it Oppen Barbie.
Why?
Well, I think you guys are at the tail end of that because you were riding Barbie's coattails all summer.
All right, mister, I need to paint my abs on to get nominated. You don't see Robert Downey doing that.
You're kidding.
Robert Downey did not paint his abs on.
This is insane, Emily. This has got to stop. We have to squash this.
While most co-stars trade fake compliments, these two operate like bitter rivals. Nobody triggers her absolute most savage instincts quite like Dwayne Johnson.
Where are you going? Oh no.
What do you mean, no?
Oh no. All right, enough put up.
Anyway,
enough.
so,
No, listen. The company's doing great, okay? You're doing great. Welcome to the adventure of a lifetime.
No.
No, I didn't.
He possesses the largest social media following on Earth. She possesses zero reverence for it. Watch her completely dismantle his ego in real time on live television.
Guys, I don't count. Just the most followed American in the world.
Listen, it's gross. It's gross. Move on. Next question. So
I don't know. God delivered. I signed for it.
this is your new favorite, and do you notice it never quite gets a laugh?
No.
Only a fool challenges her to a public roast. Even Robert Downey Jr. missed that memo. He threw the first punch, but she absolutely landed the last.
You said, ignore Emily. She ate a bad clam last night at one Q&A. Ignore Emily. She's tripping on mushrooms at another. Go easy on Emily tonight. She's had a few margaritas.
Yeah.
Emily's peeking on a weed gummy right now. And ignore Emily. She's wearing a Z-pack of rash cream.
No. Listen, here's the thing. This is going to be such low-hanging fruit because I've lost my voice. I sound like I've been raving. I could be on a weed gummy for all we know.
How did you lose your voice?
Because I was screaming at you to take a Z-pack for your chlamydia that you
To Disney World was always something I wanted to do because you have Epcot there. There's a lot of other fun things there in Orlando.
Sorry, keep going. I just blanked off.
All right, Emily, last question. How do you think this interview went?
I think it went really well. But next time, bore someone else with your questions.
Yeah, but I thought this was going well.
Just kidding.
She doesn't just assassinate her colleagues. She turns that exact same ruthlessness on herself. This French taxi disaster proves her greatest punchline is her own life.
And you went, taxi? And I went, yes! And you went, taxi! Is Simon English, Simon French?
Are your kids' friends impressed by what you do?
Not really.
No.
I mean, sometimes the parents try to sort of recruit them. And they're like, that's Mary Poppins. And I'm there in my sweatpants and the kids are like,
It's not. Like, really not. I hope it's not.
Most celebrities romanticize their coming-of-age stories. Emily rips the Band-Aid off instead. Her brutal autopsy of her first kiss will genuinely ruin the mood.
Now, I'd heard about the concept of French kissing, but I thought, well, that sounds weird. Like, why would that be pleasurable or nice? And it wasn't. It was not at all. And it was just, I was just like horrified by the whole thing. And I just remember surreptitiously sort of like wiping my mouth afterwards. You know, it was just horrible.
Ashley slipped you the tongue.
Oh, massively. Well, not slip. That sounds kind of delicate.
That childhood trauma clearly sparked a lifelong obsession with oral hygiene. If you suffer from bad breath, her proposed solution isn't just direct. It's weaponized.
You should tell someone if they have bad breath.
You shouldn't say you have bad breath. You just hand them a little Listerine.
Give a piece of gum.
Just a tube of gum.
It takes a true wild card to break her legendary composure. Somehow, a child actor found her kryptonite right before the cameras even started rolling.
And then before I had this mammoth monologue, I remember like really fast-paced monologue. I was just trying to focus for a second. They were like, okay, rolling, rolling. And Joel would be like,
Emily, what'd you get if you put the letter B in front of the word oobs?
and I was like... And they were like, and action! And I was like... You know, it was...
Her most lethal weapon isn't just honesty. It's outright identity theft. Watch her casually hijack the exact voices of everyone she encounters.
We had this amazing nurse who came in, and she looked at Hazel and she goes, Sam, your baby is so cute. I went, oh, really? She went, she is gorgeous. And I went, hey, Mabel, I think you say that to all the mothers. And she went, no, I don't. she said, when I know a baby ugly, I say, you had a baby. Went out for dinner at Chili's, I think. The girl who was serving me was enormous. You know, I think she got freebie meals at Chili's.
Nothing wrong with that.
And she comes up and she goes, did anyone ever tell you you look a lot like Emily Blunt? And I said, I have heard that, yes. And she went, are you Emily Blunt? And I went, yeah. And she went, what are y'all doing here? And then she was like, are y'all shooting a movie here? And I said, yeah, I'm shooting a film called Looper. And she went, Looper? And I went, yeah. And she went, y'all just made that up.
Are your kids getting your accent, or are they getting your husband's accent?
Well, Hazel had my accent for a really long time and would say things like water, which I was really proud of. And then the other day she goes, can I have some water? And I went, it's water. And she was like, no, it's water.
Megastars demand constant respect on set. She delivers spot-on mockery instead. Even an adrenaline junkie like Tom Cruise wasn't safe from her mimicry.
And he looked at me and he goes, it's a challenge.
That imitation hits differently when you realize the terrifying backstory. She didn't just mock the world's biggest action star. She nearly ended his entire franchise.
So I tear down this path, and Tom's being very quiet behind me, and suddenly I just hear him under his breath as I approach the right-hand turn. I hear him going, break, 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 break. break. Oh God, and break. Oh, and break the car. And I left it too late, and so drove us into a tree. And I almost killed Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, I can't believe this was even allowed to happen.
In my head, I was thinking, when I first heard him say break, in my head I went, oh, shut up, you know. As if I thought I knew more about stunt driving than Tom Cruise.
While others ask about character motivations, she interrogates A-listers about bodily fluids. Matt Damon thought he was there to promote a movie. He was gravely mistaken.
How sweaty are you right now?
Pretty sweaty, but only in spots.
Ooh, which spots? Come on.
Under the arms.
Crotch?
Yeah, when you said it was hot, I suppose it's hot as my balls.
It's hot as my balls. When you sweat, where do you tend to sweat from?
Late-night hosts prepare for every possible curveball. Conan O'Brien never saw this coming. She bypassed small talk entirely to ask the single most invasive question imaginable.
I was saying, like, is it just unbelievably painful for a guy when you get kneed or punched in the balls or anything like that? And he was like, it's like unbelievable. Like, you can't compare it to getting punched in the boob. It doesn't compare. Because I was like, well, surely it's probably the same if I get punched in the tit or something. And he was like, not at all the same.
And then he said something which I found very interesting, that he said, I think it would be more painful. I can't believe I'm talking about this, and I want to ask you if this is true. More painful sometimes, like a tap on the ball might be as painful as a punch in the ball. Is this true?
I'm glad you asked.
What is Dwayne's signature wrestling move? Is it A, the man's shoulder? Is it B, the people's elbow? Or is it C, the gentleman's reach around?
Well,
It's the people's elbow.
no, it's got to be C. It's actually
It's
C.
not there, the people's elbow.
No, it's right in the front.
No, it's
That's
not.
where he lands it
No.
every time.
Hey, Jack, could you show us what the C looks like? What a
Can you just show
what a
us the
C-
gentleman's
what a C-
reach
I don't know
around?
what it is. What is the gentleman's
Show us,
reach
Jack.
around?
Wow! Underneath? Through the legs.
Her brain operates on a delay most people simply do not possess. When the intrusive thoughts finally slip out, the entire broadcast instantly derails.
You were nervous about it because you had to be semi-naked or
Yes.
nearly naked with him.
Yeah, which is mortifying, obviously, having to do any of those scenes. But, I mean, it was distracting doing it with someone like Tom Hanks, who I've grown up watching, and all I could think of was, like, Splash and Big, and... Oh, no, I shouldn't say that.
You don't think of
I think you told me that when your mom met Ryan, she was quite smitten
She
by
was
him.
she was like, look very nice in that white suit. I was like, all right.
It is weird, like
I
how
was like, you're at a 10 on the creep factor right now, okay?
What post are you guys?
STFU.
STFU.
Shut. We mustn't say it.
Very rude. BBC.
BBC, keep it fresh.
Hollywood elites spend millions hiding their insecurities. She broadcasts hers on national television. Her devastating confession about her pop star dreams is pure comedic gold.
Could have been Britney.
You could have been Britney. What happened? Why aren't you? Why aren't you
Because
Britney?
I realised that I'm not good at dancing. I think
Who approached you and tried to get you
So,
involved?
I don't want to tell you too much because I feel like someone's going to find these songs that I recorded.
Oh, you have songs.
Do you want to know the name of one of them?
Yes, very much.
Ring It Up.
There's a song called Ring It Up.
It will never see the light of day.
Did you write the song?
No, I can't write.
Uh-huh.
And they said, I think you have a nice voice, and I think that you could be a pop star. I said, I can't dance. They said, don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
We'll teach you. It didn't work. I tried to learn. And then I was doing a play. My first job was with Judi Dench.
Oh,
who-
wow.
Yeah, the dame.
Uh-huh.
And she said, oh, no, darling, you can't do both. You can't act and do that.
She talked you out of it.
Taught me how to do
She
it.
was jealous?
She put the kibosh on it.
You'd expect her to defend her home country's honor. Instead, she exposes their darkest social flaws. Her breakdown of British manners is brutally accurate.
British people are notoriously terrible at taking compliments. Would you agree? Just like... So you guys, if you really like something, you say, I thought it was quite good. And to me, that is really rude, because in England you say, yeah, it was quite good, which means it was trash. Like it was, you hated it.
How does that translate as bad?
Quite.
Oh, quite means not
Yeah.
quite there?
It's quite good, you know.
So did you people come up to you
People
when you
have
first
said,
came to
I
America?
saw your movie, it was quite good. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, you don't have to tell me that, but like... Yeah.
Swearing allegiance to a new nation demands solemn respect. She chose absolute chaos instead. Sharing a courtroom with Matthew McConaughey somehow pushed the absurdity into overdrive.
I was doing the best I could not to stand next to McConaughey in that courtroom and go, I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise. So that's like all he was thinking about the whole time.
Getting sworn in with Matthew McConaughey looking on makes you like a double American.
Double American. And actually, as I was getting sworn in, I was like this, and I could see him in my peripheral going, like, as he's hearing the things I had to do, things like renouncing my queen.
Oh, you had to renounce your queen, yeah.
Which is horrible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Queen Elizabeth was just like...
How do you do it?
Nobody points out the elephant in the room faster than she does. When placed next to a human mountain, Her self-awareness instantly shifts into overdrive.
I would walk next to him. People would take pictures of us kind of walking next to each other on set, and I looked like his child.
Oh, before I go, I was just wondering really quickly, since you're in a biopic, who would you want to play you in a biopic?
Bet you Stanley Tucci can play me well.
Yeah. My sister did the funniest joke last night. We went for sushi, and my sister said to him, she goes, "It's kind of like my husband's in front of me, except it's like someone went
just
blew him up." It was like...
Heavyweight boxing champions strike fear into ordinary mortals. She just treats them like toddlers. Her impression of a lethal fighter begging for pastries is simply surreal.
Bribe him with cake. He was obsessed with eating cake. And I remember the PA being like, "Alex, we're ready for you in checks." And he was like, "No, Alex isn't here right now." And they're like, "If I get you some cake, will you come and do checks?" And he went, "Okay, some funfetti would be good." I have stolen one thing. It's so lame, but I stole a packet of seeds from a garden shop once.
Accidental crime confessions are just the warm-up. When she starts leaking details of her private conversations, the collateral damage immediately multiplies.
This Fashion Week moment of you and Blake Lively once went viral.
Yeah, look at us. Oh my god.
Do you remember what you were laughing about?
I think I was worried that she was flashing her vagina, so it might have been something to do with that. Zendaya doesn't look very happy, though, with our jokes.
Is Blake Lively your BFF?
She wishes.
She dishes out relentless mockery all day long. Yet somehow, her own husband cracked the code on exactly how to destroy her right to her face.
You know, there were so many, so you think, crikey, like, which one do we...
what fun is this? Oh, God.
Why are you mocking my accent?
Because it's fake. It's about time we end the charade.
It's not fake. I'm from London, England.
Charade. I'm from London, England.
You can be a real sometimes.
A real.
She doesn't just damage egos, she actively targets their bank accounts. Watch her brilliantly manipulate the highest-paid actor in Hollywood into a massive financial corner.
Good news is everything's on DJ today. Every shot, every bit of French toast, every jungle mandarita, it's all on him for the whole day. Right, Tits? All on you. Say yes and yes, say yes.
Yes. Jesus.